Well, good evening and welcome to another live show. I'm Ross and welcome to Scale Model Ninja, where we will carry on working on the HELDRAKE. So, shall we have a quick look in chat and see who's in there today. Okay, well, start off we have making models. Saying, okay, you can't start now, I'm here. I think that's supposed to say you can start now. Never mind. Evening Ross and all in chat. Welcome. Then we've got Panzer Koenig, he's saying hi to MM and hi to Ninja. Moi. Then we've got Making Models saying hi Gaz Mask. I mean Panzer Koenig. Then Panzer's going, I only wear the gas mask when watching Dad's stream. That's probably safer that way. We've got Making Models saying laugh my arse off. But fair enough. And then there's me just saying good evening to everyone and welcome to the Madhouse, which it probably is. You'll have to excuse me for being a bit nasally tonight. I've still got my chest infection. So if I start coughing, I do apologise. Then it's Scale Model Muse. Welcome. Muse. Then you've got Lisa's Craft Station in. Welcome, Lisa. She's saying hi to me, Carl and Panzer. And then Lisa's saying hi to Muse. And Panzer is waves at Muse, kind of. Fair enough. Then he's saying hi to Lisa. Then we've got Scale Models Muse at Waves. And welcome to Mark Shelland. Good evening, everyone, he's saying. Then we've got Korra Pink saying 1 min having problems. And we were, sadly. Seems like a couple of the hotkeys weren't working. But I think we've got it sorted now. Then Panzer Koenig saying evening Mark. Then Lisa Craft saying hi to Mark and Korra Pink. Mark showing replying to hi to Panzer and Lisa. And Wendy Hickson, good evening and welcome to the show. Hello everyone and hugs all round, she said. And big hugs back. Then Korra Pink saying hi to all. Lisa saying hi to Wendy. Mark saying hi to Wendy and Scale Model Muse. I think that's it. Sorry, no, it's Wendy. Scale Model Ninja, that's me. Scale Model Muse and Yum Chicken. Okay. Making Models is saying hi to Korra Pink, Wendy Hickson and moi. And Panda's going, Wendy hugs. With smiley huggy face. We've got Making Models saying hi Mark Shelland. Lisa Craft saying you got your tea sorted then Marcy. Obviously I would have thought so. And then you got Panda saying hi Korra. Scale Model Muse saying yep, she's obviously had a dinner. Wendy Hickson saying Panda hugs. Then Mark Shelland saying hi Making Models. Then we've got Graham. That jumped up a bit. Jan McCorbett. He's saying Panzer too far low. Nah, this is a late night show. Don't worry about things like that. Then Graham McCorbett, welcome to the show. He's saying hi to Mark. Max McGinn, welcome Max. Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Well, I'm not too bad other than a chest infection. Thanks, but never mind. Panzer Koenig saying hi to Max. Graham saying hi to Max. Max McGinn saying hey to Panzer Koenig, Scale Model Muse and Graham McCorbett. And then Johnny, afternoon, peoples. Good evening, Johnny, and welcome to the show. And Lisa Craft Station is saying, let's see, I've just jumped out of it then. And he's saying hello to Lisa. And Lisa saying can't hear you. Is that me by all chance?
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, can you hear me now? Hopefully. Never mind, lol. Okay. Obviously, Mrs. M's been playing with something or other in the background and it's now sorted. Lisa Craft says, I can Korra Pink. Was my mistake. facepalm. Did you forget to turn the sound up? That usually helps. Graham McCormick is saying, how much for a starter kit for a Warhammer starter kit? It all depends on what you want to do, mate. They vary, to be honest with you. You can start off as little as sort of £25 for a starter kit on some things. Whether you want the Age of Sigmar or just the Space Marines, then you're looking. So Age of Sigmar, I think you can get one of the starter sets. I think it's $27.99, and that's just basically like a little 5 figures in a box. I don't actually have one to hand, but I do have a Lumineth set somewhere, which I showed last week. Where did I put it? So, no, it's the Lumineth one, the Blade Lords. Okay. No, that's the Dominion set, that's £125. Sorry, that's the background chatter. She gets in. You have to get her penny's worth in. Yeah, can't seem to find it at the moment. It's buried in the stash somewhere. But no, you can get someone about, I think, as I said, it varies. You can get up to £50, which should get you a nice little starter set for Space Marines. The Stormcast Eternals, I think you can get a starter set for about 29 quid, which is about one main figure and 5 other little figures. And we've got, let's see, where are we? And you've got Panda set currently going, no Graham, just no. Don't go to the dark side. Yes, join us on the dark side. It is much better. It does help when you do sort of things like that, when you've got a gravity board like mine at the moment. Then we've got Graham saying hi to Wendy. Sorry, Panzer, I've been there for a while. Haha. Fair enough. Mark Kajuskis, welcome to the show. He's saying hi to me. Then we've got Skelmore News. Share these. Love a heart huggies. And Mark saying, hi Ross, hear you fine. Thank you. I think Lisa's remembered to turn the sound up now. I had it muted. Yep, there you go. That said a lot really, doesn't it? I had it muted after my stream log. That's no excuse, you know. And Graham saying, hi Muse, hope you're all well. Is all well with you? Shall we soon? Well enough. Mark Hajelski saying, I've just popped in to wish you well, as I've still got one eye on the football, but I am already a little envious of the gamut of paints you are displaying. Green within me. Oh yeah, that's just my part of my little sort of stash I've built up. I think there's something like over 300 there at the moment, and there's more in a drawer down here and in a few more drawers over there. Let's see, we've got Graham comments saying, we'll see you in 24/7 hangout, mate, and have a chinwag. Yeah, that's fine, Graham, not a problem. I can sort of find some more information out for you later on and see what we can go for you. I'm sure we'll be able to find something for you to start on. If you're just first having to go at it, it's probably better to go for sort of like a little Space Marine setup. Then you can start off sort of fairly easy. You don't really need many colours, and like I've said before, you don't just have to rely on Citadel paints. You can use, like I do, the Vallejos, and some of the colours there are just as good, if not better, to use. Well, last week we got through to doing half the neck. The other half I'll do off stream, but we'll show that in a minute, and we'll just change over to Matty Cam. Dunk. And there we go. So this is half the neck that we did last week. So all the different colours of the heights and everything, so with that. And then we'll just actually we'll put them all both together. All we've got to do now is mirror near enough all those pipeworks onto this side. So that should then hopefully make that look half decent anyway. Alright, next we're going to start on the neck armour. Again, it's starting off with the gold. That's fairly straightforward. I just leave that bit of sprue on there. It just makes it easy to hold it. Oh, let's get cracking. And start off. Oh, yeah. There we go. Can we all hear me okay now? Hopefully you can. Okay, so get one of the bigger brushes, I think. Good evening, Dan. Welcome to the show tonight. And he's saying, hi everyone, just popped in, but gonna be very quiet due to being stuck at work. Naughty boy. But still got you on in the background. Fair enough. Johnny, the only Warhammer stuff I have is a Baneblade and some Fenrisian wolves and some paint for them. Hey, good start. Now wrong with doing a bit of Space Wolves. One of the ones you want to try and get hold of is the Stormfang. There's a spaceship for them. Very nice kit. I know that because I've actually got one. I picked it up from second hand, and the bloke said it had been started, but it hadn't, which is always a bonus. So that just means I've got to paint it up, well, build it after I've painted it, which is always a good thing. As you can see, yes, I do paint my models when they're in bits. I find it easier this way because it allows me to bring out all the small details which you can't get to when some of the pieces can be joined together. Yep, Mrs. M's playing around with the screens again in the background. You can't see that, but I can. She likes tinkering. It keeps her happy. Playing with her little buttons and everything. Not that she's any bad at playing with big buttons as well. Oops. She's just threatened to hit me. I don't think that's fair. Especially as it was our wedding anniversary yesterday. "19 years. Could have been a free man if I committed murder." Can't wait for my friend's shop 1-year anniversary. They're doing a swap meet as part of it. That sounds like fun news. And then leaves Craft Station saying happy anniversary. Thank you. Doesn't matter what she says about me, I'm actually a nice person. And she's put up with me. So I can't be all that bad, really. What, who? Yeah, she's whinging at me. Well, I suppose if she's whinging at me, it means she's happy. Leaves Craft saying happy anniversary. Then we've got Panzer going saying chat poll. Who thinks Mrs. Ninja gets to slap Mr. Ninja? If that's the case, then if I have to take a slap, Panzer, that means Dad can come to your place and fart in your man cave. I think that's a good idea. Yeah? And you're not allowed any gas mask. You got Skelmon Muse going, lol. He's going to get something. Well, I'm still waiting for the after party from the win anniversary. And I think she's waiting for Thursday for having the steaks. Because you all know what follows a steak. Mrs. M just said, not in this house. I don't know. Must get her trained better. Okay, so that's the main part done. So the armour, the tail. This is part of the tail section. Here we go. She's having fun. Again, she keeps moving things around, so I'm going like this. And she's moving the camera as well. So yeah, this is all part of the tail section. So we've got the first coat of gold on that. Now we've got the body section. Now this part literally fits on there, like so. So on here, again, we've got a load of gold markings to come up. All around here. And we've got a few little claw mark things there. And then we've got part of the engine. And more pipes and that lot to do. So we'll start off with doing the bits of gold again. And then we'll go over and tidy it all up later. Once we've got the first coat done. It may look a bit messy at the moment. You just do it a pair at the moment. But when we get the second coat on there, that'll make a big difference. Make sure we work into all the nooks and crannies. Then we've got more underneath here as well. I'll get all that bit done. So what's everybody else building at the moment? Anything interesting? Making models saying heartburn? No. We don't get heartburn on a Thursday after steak. Johnny Panzer is weighing his options. Yeah, I bet he's... And then we'll set Psycho on him afterwards. Which everybody does know it's Dad's friendly little fish. Yeah. Excuse me. That's that bit done. Let's go around it. Let's go over it. I'm just banging a load on with the brush at the moment. And then we will tidy it all up in a bit. But this is only the first coat. So once that's dried, second coat will make it look all nice and solid. So Pansy's wearing, you've got Dan saying making kits to build parts to go on planes. Fair enough. That's big planes though, isn't it? You're doing. Panzer is actually trying to find his all-clad matte varnish that magically seems to have hidden himself. Okay. So basically, old age is kicking in, you can't remember. Max McGinn. I will be painting 50 Imperial Guard infantry squads. Is that 50 squads of men or just 50 squad, 50 members? After I've painted some Hot Wheel cars for Gaslands. Sounds interesting. So you're doing sort of like Mad Max style again? Is that what you mean by that? Okay, so that bit. Like so. Now on the tail, on the half that I've done, there is actually a few little nicks and that lot that I'll be doing highlighting later on in the actual armour. I'll go over them with the silver, just to highlight the little nicks in the armour. Everything. I want you in there. Where should you come on there? You off. That's it. Okay, so should be able to get the second coat on this now. There we go. So this should tie that one up. Give it a nice even coat. So it's nice and finished. So it's got like a nice even finish all over. And we'll go turn it around and do the other side. Make sure you keep the excess down to as a minimum. And there we go. So that's now a nice even solid finish. So you get rid of all the black altogether. What I'll do is I'll just make sure we don't get any overlap with seam when we put it into position. Just do this edge like so underneath. So even though we probably won't see it, but it'll just finish it off nicely. We've got Lynn in. Good evening, Lynn. Welcome. Can someone please tell me what day it is? Well, if you don't know, you're screwed, basically, because I ain't got a clue either. I have lost all track of day and time. I just realised that I missed James live this morning. Yeah. I think you did on that one. Yeah, 50 separate guys. Plus, also, Gaslands is a very post-apocalyptic theme like Mad Max. But you can do anything long. Basically, yeah, no. Sounds like fun, that does. Lindsay was saying, hi everyone, hugs. And then Scalmod Music saying, it's Tuesday, Lynn. And Johnny saying hello to Lynn. Lisa saying hello to Lynn. Yep, I missed being on live with James. Yep, you did this morning. But you obviously needed the sleep, Lynn. That's why. And I'm sure James will forgive you. I'm sure he will. Okay then. So we've got them done. Now we've got the Spiky Beach to do. I'll give that a second coat in a minute, just give it a few more minutes to dry out a bit more. So we're using my special mix again. So we're doing these little spiky bits on the top. Ooh, itchy nose. Oh, hang on a minute. I have to blow my nose, so I'm going to mute the mic quickly so I can just give my nose a quick. There we go, that's all better. Oh, I can actually breathe again now. Last thing is you want snot boggles hanging down your nose when you try to do this sort of thing. It doesn't make a pretty sweet. Johnny's saying maybe the cat liberated it, Panzer. So the cat's now been blamed for nicking Dad's Panzer's clear coat by the sounds of it. Hi Muse, thanks for coffee. Hi Max, Panzer, Carl and Lisa. That's from Lynn. Lynn's saying also hi to Wendy. And then Panzer saying hi Johnny. Oh, blooming hell. This cough just needs to go bugger off at some point. Wish it would. We've now been put back on the old antibiotics tomorrow. That sure was a loud snort. That was me coughing, actually. Not a snort. I can snort for you if you want, but I don't think you want to hear that, because it might just leave a bit extra green lumpy stains on my thing. I don't really want them. They won't fit in with the... Well, actually, they probably would fit in with the Chaos armour, but... making it look toxic. But I don't think the average... Oh, Chrono Man's in. Hi, Chrono. Oh. So here, as I said, I'll be using my little special mix that I make up, which is basically any metallic colours that I'm using and that go into me little white trays. I will scrape them out if there's plenty left over and just throw it all in this pot. And it generally gets used for aircraft exhausts, so they actually look quite good. In the end. Okay. Let's Lynn going Dan hugs. And to answer Ninja's original question, just finished building a pair of Hobby Boss M706 armoured cars. Very nice. Then Lisa saying hi to Dan. Panda Coney saying Chrono hugs. And Skullmore Muse saying hey Q. Dan Harrison saying fair to say you're feeling very Nurgle tonight, Chief. Something along those lines. Then Chrono saying hi Lisa, hi Lynn, hi Panda, and hi to Muse. Wendy Hickson is just saying hi to Chrono Man, Scale Model Muse, Lisa Craft Station, and Dan Harrison. Hugs. Oh, you're on a Dan. You got hugs from Wendy. Better not tell Mrs. H. She might get upset. There we go, nearly. These are done. So, it's either just what I'm going to do later on with these, just to give them a bit of texture, I'm going to give a dry rub over with some copper, and then that sort of gives it a slight rust effect on it. Hopefully, we'll never know until we try it, and then we'll see how it looks. Because you can't have a Chaos Marine without a bit of rust on his spiky bits. And the Skelmod Muse is waving again. And we've got Dan saying hi to Lynn and hi to Lisa. I nearly got these spiky bits done. He's also saying hi to Wendy as well. But you're not hogging her. You're not sending her hugs down. There we go. That's them all done. The gold's just showing through a bit there. Got that a bit more. There we go. Once we get the copper out, so that's them sorted. Okay. Like that. Okay, we'll go back to this and give it another quick coat. Well, then hopefully. Hang on for a minute. Have a bit of a slurp. Oh, coffee tastes good. Okay then. Again. Biggie brush again. There we go over these gold bits again. They're all coming up nice and solid now. There we go. So it's all nice and solid. All underneath it. So as you all know, I actually recently picked up the new Dominion set and had a quick peruse through it after doing the show on Saturday, and there's some really nice models in there, quite a few, and so it's like really well worth the money that you're paying out for it. And yes, I know I paid more than some people can get it for by picking it up from a Games Workshop, but the guy that actually runs the Games Workshop locally to me is more of a independent shop, even though he does use the brand and that of Games Workshop. So I try and support him where I can, and I had quite nicely asked him to put one aside for me when he got them in, the same as a few other people. His name's Xander and his shop's in Bradford. Very nice, helpful lad. I think he's really helpful, so he can actually make me spend more money every time I go in there, much to the dread of Mrs. M. But in the long run, she's only got herself to blame, because she got me started back in modelling again. So it's all her own fault. Well, that's what I'm saying anyway, that's what I'm sticking to. And there we go. That's looking pretty good. And we'll just do a bit more there on that one. And that side. We'll do that edge. Okay, so that's the top half of the body sorted out, ready for the gold. So next we are going to do these pipe sections here, or his tentacles. So what we're going to need is the aluminium again. Where I put that? Should be down here. There it is. And as I said, it's the Leo aluminium. I find, and it's the airbrush one. The reason why I use this a lot is because when you actually paint it with a brush, it has a nice habit of literally falling into little small bits like this and making them all stand out a lot better. So it does cover quite nicely. Pan's saying, that's right, blame the missus. If she gives you a slap, this will have nothing to do with moi. Somebody thinks he doesn't want Dad to come and fart in his little man cave. Mind you, that would be classed as a very close quarter, I think, wouldn't it, if it was in your man cave, Panzer? And then following him up with Shiko the fish. Before you think about setting the poor little cat on him, Shiko will probably end up beating up your cat after breathing Dad's toxins in for the last God knows how long. Be a mutant ninja cat fish. So yeah. Ooh. At some point or other, I will be doing the box set from the Dominion box set. I will be doing that live on the stream, but I'll mix it in with other figures and other models. So I will be doing not just Warhammer. I will be doing some of my other builds, such as tanks, planes, ships, maybe even spacecraft. I have in the little stash somewhere buried. They're all in there somewhere. So we will at some point be doing some of them. Okay. It's just, I think we'll generally keep like Tuesday nights to me Warhammer stuff, and then on Saturdays I'll do a mixture of stuff. Tuesdays I'll generally stick to doing Warhammer. That way it's hopefully keeps people interested. I know it's it can get a bit tedious. Oh, excuse me. Oh, blimey. Don't want to go in this cough. Excuse me a minute. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. Oh. Getting access to my man cave isn't easy. We're talking about Dad, you know. He'll wait till you're asleep and then sneak in. Oh, who an hell? Oh, has anybody got any questions for me? If so, fire away and I'll answer if I can. Hopefully between coughing. Oh, I do apologise. Jeez. Tentacles done. And then we'll clear coat those with different colours. So it looks something like the neck later on. Okay. Now we need the lead belcher next. That's the caliper spray. Where is it hidden itself? Oh, there it is. Quite a man is saying, is that because you have some of those tanks on guard duties, Panda? Probably. Okay. I'm just going to do this bit here. And just want to bring that around there a bit. Yes, you do. Pan's going, yes, I have a question. Do you have Saturday night winning lottery numbers? Sadly, no. But it seems like Lynn does. 4, 8, 56, 28, 17 and 59. And welcome to Sprue and Glue, David. Welcome to the show. Oh. Now we've got that in. So let's try to make these like so. And we'll make some little bits of detail out of that later. After I've done the main part of it like so. Let's see. Sorry, I fell asleep. Oh well. Must have been tired. Got Lisa saying hi to David. Quite a man saying hi to David. Lynn saying hi to David. And David saying hi Ross, Christine and Chatworld. Okay. Oh, I'm getting this sort of somewhere near where I want it. Okay. Let's get this, bring it there. And Panda's going Sprue hugs. Korra Pinks is saying hello to David, and then Lisa Cross saying, easily done, David. I did the same on Saturday and ended up with a stiff neck lol. And she also easily forgets to unmute herself as well. And Quote Man saying, what is the sanity requirements for this questioning? Take your pick. We're fairly open to questions about what I paint and how I paint it and all. And if I can answer, I will. If not, I'll just get Panzer to answer for you. Lisa Craft saying, now, Ross. That's honest, isn't it? You did forget to unmute yourself. We all make little boo-boos. Nobody's perfect. It's just funnier than some. Okay. We're getting it nicely on this. Even though I'm just doing this as a base coat, I may change the perception of what I'm doing at some point, like I have done in the past. And change the colour, which is that lead belcher generally does a good job of a base coat. And then when you're using the black metal, you don't really matter so much about it shining through. Okay. We know what it's doing here. Actually, yeah, I think I might just paint that bit in black metal. And same as that bit underneath it. It's part of the engine. Okay. So now we need Panzer. Yes, Ninja, you might have opened a can of worms with Chrono line of questioning. Yeah, well, as I say, shit happens. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, we'll just go in each one of these. He is the kind of guy who rides motorbikes through the house and parks a mini car in the living room. Yes, I have seen his pictures. But yeah, it's a novel way of doing things. At least it keeps them safe, I suppose. I wonder if he actually grew up in Scousland. At least it stopped somebody putting his cars up on bricks and nicking his wheels. Now, all I can think about is why would someone put worms in a can? Was it Heinz after a mega pup crawl? Do you mean, is that pub or pup? Interesting. And here we go. Okay. So, as you can see, we're just doing the inner parts of the scales. So it should hopefully look something along the lines of the one wing that I've done there. I've still got the other side to do with that, but we'll do that in a minute, no doubt. So, and then what I'll be doing with this, I've got some enamel clear coat, and I'll fill these with enamel clear coat. Pup crawl. Your auto carrot is self-correcting you again. Yeah. Probably about that. And Sprue Glue saying, still waking up. Have a coffee. Usually helps. I'm sure if you ask Arky nicely, he might bring you a coffee. But then again, David, you could always get up and make Archie a nice cup of coffee. meant to pub, but my keyboard hates me and misspells stuff and things. Yeah, I just think you've had one too many. Right. A bad workman always blames his tools. As you can see, that's just coming off nicely there. I do like this gunmetal blue from Vallejo. Nice and thick, and it has pretty good coverage. It's a model colour. I'm pretty sure Heinz did. They called it spaghetti. Yeah, it did. And I think at some point in our lives when we were kids, we've all eaten a worm or two. When we've been messing about in the garden. Just because your mates have said, oh yeah, I've eaten a worm. So then you, of course, you're daft when you're younger and you do stupid things like that. Then the naughtiest workman ever. Well, yeah. Says a lot really, Chrono. See, I'm not overly worried about whether I go too much over and catch things at the moment, because I will be going around and just tidying up the edges. But sometimes that little bits where you catch the gold and that lot can sometimes play in your favour, because it looks as though it's had part of the armour or whatever chipped from when they originally painted it, so it can make it look a bit more authentic. I hope you didn't eat that special worm at the bottom of the garden that everyone sings about. Well, if it was in the bottom of a bottle of a tequila, then yeah, I did eat it. If he found his way there first. I've eaten a few of them. It were nice. Here's a good question for everybody. What's the strangest food you've ever eaten? Put it around Dan Harrison. The next time I get a can of spaghetti, I'm going to smack the snot out of the can just to be sure it's deaded. With a roddy big hammer, I think that's supposed to say, but it's a bit hammer. Why you can hit it with your computer, and you use the computer as a hammer. Come on, somebody must have eaten something strange in their life. I've had things like deep fried locust. Yep. I've had monkey's brains, sorbet. I've had cow's brains, horse steak, and snake. Chrono Man, please club responsibly. Chrono doesn't know the meaning of responsibility. his idea of responsibility is driving his scooter through his kitchen. And then probably crashing it on the way out. Okay, that's one side. Got that bit done. Now, just doing that. The only thing about doing these type of models with, or any model, when you do it in parts like this, it doesn't seem as though you're getting anywhere until you start sort of gluing it all together when it's already finished, and then it sort of comes together very, very quickly. That's that half done. Okay. Chocolate, grasshoppers, snout, rattlesnake, quail, deer, turkey, conch and turtle. Was it a snapper? Funny you should say that, Ninja. My first bike crash was into my sofa. Yeah, that sounds about right. Dan saying I have eaten buffalo, crocodile and ostrich. Sounds like fun. Come on, Panzer. You must have had some strange stuff. Being ex-military and that. I know MMRs can probably be classed as a strange food at times. You generally have lucky dip whether or not it actually tastes what it says on the bully tin. Especially the old meat tins. What was supposed to be like pate, I think they were. They definitely had some interesting smells and flavour. There we go, that's that side done. And then we'll also, again, like with the other ones where the little chips and the armour is there, we'll go over them with the aluminium highlight in it. Lynn Dipper was saying, oh yeah, wild hog, elk, buffalo, alligator. I think that's it. Alligator, must have been there. That sounds like interesting. I think you can actually get that in England as well at some point, in some place. I think Sainsbury's did a weird one where they did ostrich and everything like that. Panzer saying, in Hong Kong, I once ate horse meat dressed up as chicken. How did they get away with having blue meat as chicken? The 6-foot drumstick didn't fool me. Yeah. Not surprising, really. And the fact that it's actually blue when it's cooked sort of like gives it a bit of a hint that there's something wrong there. Mind you, it's better than one of our local Chinese takeaways. they decided to lower the cat population around here at one point. And they were using it as a chicken substitute. And needless to say, they did get caught out in the end. But not after they'd been serving it. I think it worked out about 6 months. I have nibbled on dog, not after effects apart from the urge to chase cars and attempt to lick my bollocks by the sounds of it. We won't go there. Well, we just did, but never mind. We're after Watershed, so we can actually say things like that. Mind you, you're probably a bit buggered if you try to cock your leg up a lamppost when you're pissed. So, okay, so we've nearly got this bit close to where we want it. Coming out all right. As I said, I will be going over with the clear coat afterwards. There's a couple of little bits I need to touch up with the gold, but they should all settle in a little bit. And then I'll probably, once that's done, I'll go over with the clear coat. So there'll be little bits in the edge here that I'll have to touch up with the gold, which I normally have to do anyway. It just neatens it up that way. But as I said, we'll do that afterwards. And then we'll do some little type lightning streaks and that lot will go over it to crazing a bit, so it looks a bit like the wings. I'm also waiting on a set of new detail brushes to come in. One with a 10/0 brush. Ooh, just got that a bit too much. There we go. What was Lindsay there? That's what happened to a Chinese restaurant where I used to live. Passed off rat as chicken. They got caught and shut down after I ate there several times. Well, can't have been too bad because it didn't kill you. Dan Harrison saying, doesn't stop many from trying. And if questioned, the appropriate answer is, quite, yeah. It's funny how some cultures find it acceptable to eat certain animals that sort of us Westerners will find as adorable little pets. There's like a friend of mine, she breeds rabbits for competition, and if there's a rabbit that doesn't actually live up to the standard enough for competition, she has rabbit stew that night, which is one way at getting fed, I suppose. You got to feel sorry for the poor bunny, just because it did bad in the show. She knocks it on head and puts it in stew. Okay. There we go. Nice little bit on this one. And that's the don't fully remember if it is part of his tail or part of his neck. I think it's actually part of the tail of this piece, actually. Yeah. Part of his tail armour. Well, there we go on that. So that's that piece. Near enough where I want it. I've just got a few little touch-ups to do on it, and then that should be ready to put aside. And then you just got to do some little tiny little highlights in these areas where there've been little nicks, but I'll do them with aluminium, same as those little parts here. There's little nicks there. We'll touch them in with the aluminium paint fairly soon. I once ate a full cake, felt strangely like a cannibalism. Good job Dad doesn't know about you eating all the cake. He'd get rather upset. Dan saying, rabbit stew, lovely. Not sure about the eastern countries eating goat. Well, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Now wrong with a bit of goot. Yeah. Let's go back to a minute. Then we'll do just fill in the other side of this wing, shall we? Then we've got, if we can get this bit done tonight, then it's 2 bits completed at last. Which is quite a accomplishment for me, I think. So here's another question for you all out there. If you were to get a piece of Warhammer, what would be your favourite piece to get? Mine is, I've already got one of mine, which is the Star Drake, with Lord Celestant from the Age of Sigma. So I'm quite happy with it. I've got one of my main ones that I wanted. These are Craftstone saying, time for bed for me. Work in the morning, catch you all later. No night, Lisa. And then Panzer saying, night, night, Lisa. I do hope you've enjoyed the show. If you have, please hit the thumbs up. It does help somewhere on the line, especially for a new sort of program like mine. Every little bit helps. It'd be much appreciated. And if you do know, have friends that you think might enjoy watching me do this sort of thing, please invite them over. I mean, there's a number of other stations that we work with. Lisa's one of them, from Lisa's Craft Station. If you like sort of diamond painting and all that sort of thing, like I do some of them as well, go over, have a look at her channel, and like and subscribe to her. And once you've actually liked it and subscribed, hit the all notifications, then you too will be able to go and watch it and remind you to go and watch it. And making models is another one that actually has a live stream as well. So again, you go, if you like their sort of making models, go and over to their station, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. At some point in the near future, we will be adding a few of our regular viewers as moderators at some point. So then you'll be able to quite happily pimp your channel. And at some point I will be starting a separate Facebook page so people can leave pictures of their work. And then at some point, if we work out how to do it, I will sort of go through a gallery. I would choose a Space Marine Dreadnought or a Seraphim Carnosaur. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, the Dreadnought, that would be nice. I mean, I think one of the kits I would like to get at some point also is the Manta from the Tau Army. And that is actually, I think if I remember rightly, the largest Warhammer single figure. But they're not cheap. I think they're about £1,000. So, yeah, well out of my league. Making models is also just saying thanks, Ross. Hey, you're welcome. I try and pimp a couple of pages if I can. I think if I was going to do a Warhammer, I would want to get a little Tau Manta. A little one. I don't think there is any little Tau Mantas. I think there's the big, or is it the Manta Dreadnought or something like that? I think it's, but it's massive anyway. It's probably about, I think it's 3/4 of a metre wide. And it's one of the main troop drop ships. So it has all the other sort of like Tau inside and everything like that. I think there's a program called Squigmar. I think if I remember rightly, he's done one. And yeah, it is absolutely massive. Nice looking model, but right, I wouldn't want to face the bill on it. And it'll be one you can, it'll take you a fair while because it actually does open up, and you can see all the other things like machines and soldiers and that lot inside it. So yeah, it'd be a very interesting model to build. I just wouldn't like the price tag on it. I think we all do at some point want to do a Bane blade. They're quite interesting. But strangely enough, they're not certainly high point value, I don't think. But that doesn't really bother me because I don't play the game. I just like building models and painting them and having fun like this with them. Not sticking to regulation colours, as they say. The scale model Muse saying Squidmar rocks. Enamel is one of my faves. Yeah, I've actually watched a few of his and they have been really, really fun to watch. Carl, that Tau Manta could be Lisa's next kit. Now she's an expert. Yeah. I think Carl would need a mortgage for that. Yep, there we go. Tau Manta is $2,110. Yeah, she's not cheap. But you get a lot for it again. But I don't think I'd want that price tag. And I think most of it's actually resin as well. Yeah, that Tau Manta is the size of a normal dinner table. This is a nice kit, but the cost was way too much. Plus, it's a bit difficult to play on a 64-foot table. Yeah, that's one thing, because it is massive. Ooh, one each then. Well, if you're thinking of buying it, Carl, you can all buy us all each one. I'm sure you can afford it. Yeah. So, we'll take a vote on that, shall we? Who thinks Carl should buy us all one each? And the scale model is going lol. That's probably to Max saying about their fitting it on the table. Yeah, it'd certainly be interesting if you think about it and you sort of pulled that out in the middle of the game and just dumped that on the table. You'd squash everything on it, I think. Again, I think the value in points wise of what it's like for attacking that lot is very, very weak. But it's not there as an attack ship. It's just generally there to drop everything that's in it into the battle, I think, or from space. As you can tell, I know very little about them, really. Almost 30 pounds in weight. It may break the table. Yeah, I probably would do. Better off buying a nice Gumpler or Gundam kit, said Dan. They are very cool. Yep. The Gundam and Gumplers, they actually are quite nice kits. The Japanese sort of anime ships. Transformer style anime. The other one is something like 34 inches wide. Yeah. And Lynn's saying, no thank you, I would take the money so I can come to the Warhammer world and meet up. You never know, Lynn, one day you'll get here. And you'd be more than welcome to meet up. Be nice to meet you. I think Colin and from Festa 67 Workshop, I think they're arranging at some point to, when everything comes out the clear and he's had his operation and everything, he'll be going up to Warhammer World at some point. I think they're arranging with Foxy and Dad and a few others. I think they're all arranging it at some point. You never know, I might even tag along as well, just to cause havoc and mayhem. Yeah, and they play the Manta. Its points value is 2,000 points, and a 2,000 points is a normal game limit, lol. Yeah. Skullmoose, you can't even buy it anymore. I think it's I think they can actually get it 3D resin printed still, Muse. I'm not sure. I think Squidmar did actually mention it at some point. You can actually still 3D resin print it. That's why I say it gets very, very heavy. So I think the one Squidmar did, his was a resin printed one, I think, if I remember rightly. Don't take my word for it, but I'm not sure, but I think it was. And this one's now getting close to being sorted. Yeah, someone has the files. Yeah. Thought you could do, but it's would be definitely interesting just to see how much bloody resin it would take to print it, because I mean, especially if you did it like the open version they did with Warhammer. It's all the sort of like ships and everything that go inside it, and the crew and everything, and the soldiers. That would take a hell of a lot of money wise in printing stuff to do that, I would have thought. Sticking with the Warhammer, you could also go down the Imperial Knights route. Very lovely models. Yep. I mean, I'd like to get one of the Canis Rex. Imperial Knights, I think they are. They stand quite big. One day I'd like to get a Mastodon from Forge World for my World Eaters. I just love the idea of transporting 40 Chaos Chrome Berserkers to an enemy front line. Laugh my arse off. Fair enough. Quillerman saying I had to order a metal frame shelving for my 1/8 scale DeLorean and Ecto 1 because I like a big one. Yeah, okay. Money and time for sure. Yep, it definitely would be, I think, to print that off. But it'd be one impressive bloody model at the end of it. Okay, I don't know if you can hear a slight buzzing in the background. That is my little desk fan. I hope you can't really hear that much, but it does get a bit warm in this area. Considering the main light and the other one here kick out a little bit of heat. I've got a tiny little desk fan. Battery powered. I got that off of Amazon about I think it was about £13–14, and it's all chargeable, so it just sits there blowing a nice little cool breeze on me. Okay. Scale mod of you going hee hee. Don't know why I keep rubbing my head there. Ooh. You can't really see it, but I had a bit of accident at work yesterday. I managed to, whilst putting in fence posts for a dog run I'm building for a customer, managed to catch the post basher on top of the post as I was bashing them in, and it glanced off and smacked me on the head. I had a nice big bump on my head all day yesterday. Not that it would have knocked any sense into me, that's just a lost cause. So the wife would keep telling everybody anyway. But it did smart a little bit. I can't hear a thing, Ross, while my AC blowing. That's why the volume is up. You sure it's just your AC blowing, or have you just forgot to turn your hearing aid up? Sorry, Lynn. Yeah, it did smart a little bit, Muse. That's one thing. Well, I did manage to stop myself from swearing, which I was quite surprised about. And the only reason why that was because the actual customer walked down just after I'd done it. And sort of looked slightly perplexed as I was sort of like crouched over, rubbing my head. But yeah, it's the post basher's got an extra, I think it's £15 weight on it to help, which the friend of mine had actually had put on to make life easier when knocking posts in. So yeah, lucky enough it just glanced me head, which was a bit of a bonus really. Otherwise I think it would have certainly left more of a mark. That's the one thing. Excuse me. Ooh. I'm hoping by next week, now that I'm back on my antibiotics and everything, this cough might have buggered off a bit. And I'll probably get told off by my nurse, who I see, for not going in sooner. I've had this cough now for about 3 weeks, and the bugger just don't want to go. And no, it's not the chocolate velociraptor as everybody's calling it, because I did a test and it came back negative. So Lynn's saying bless you, Ross. Making models saying good night all. Thanks, Ross. Ta-ta for now. And Lynn's just saying night night to Carl. Good night, mate. Have a good one. And I think we'll be ending soon now that I've nearly got this bit done. So we've almost got 2 pieces completely done. That bit's sort of near enough done. And the wings, first wing's near enough finished. We've just got to do the little markings on it. Half the neck part's done, so we've just got to mirror the pipe work done for the other side. So we can all sort of just see that a bit better there, like so. You've got the nice clear, using the Tamiya clear colours. I quite like the way it sort of turns out. So I think we'll now that we've got that bit done, I think we might just call it a night. And we'll just switch back over to the facey cam. And there we go. So yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed it, and it's been a good bit of banter going on in the chat. So everybody seems to have enjoyed themselves in there. Hands are going, look in the bright side. The swear box model bought would have got you some nice new toys. Yeah, if I'd actually been swearing, that probably would have done. Pans are going, night night, Eminem. So I will see you again when I do my next show, which will be on Saturday. I think it is, yeah, Saturday at 10 o'clock. After the, well, near the end of when Saturday Night Crash is finished. And that's with Nat and a few others. Can't remember who completely who does it on there. I think Steve's on there, Nat, and all that lot. Excuse me. Looks like one of those Chinese finger traps. Yeah, the neck bit does, yeah. That's one thing about it. It does look a bit like that. Great work there, Chief. Thank you very much, Dan. And Scale Modern Muse saying later all. So I'll say goodnight, and I'll see you all on Saturday evening at 10 o'clock. Night for now. You end it.